Hello, everyone. Welcome to Marketing Research, MKTG 457. Right? This is a review for your first exam, first test that's coming up. Okay, and in this review, I'll go over the key concepts, theories, principles, definitions that we have covered in the first few chapters. That is the subject of your first test, right? And you need to study the slides, study my lectures, listen to my lectures. You also need to study the textbook to prepare in preparation for the test. I'm just highlighting the key concepts you must understand and be able, to answer questions based on that. Okay, let's see what we have covered. Right, we start out with the marketing research defined. Okay, what is marketing research? It's a scientific method in search for the truth about marketing phenomena. Okay, and also the marketing research process. Okay, it include idea, theory, development, problem definition, gather information, analyze data, communicate the reports, implications, etc. Okay? We talked about applied marketing research versus basic marketing research. What is applied? When you conduct research to solve a problem for an individual company, a specific company, that's applied. You do marketing research like your faculty, your marketing professors do. We're doing that to increase human knowledge, the knowledge of humanity, and not towards solving problem for any company. That's basic research. Okay. Also know what is a marketing method, okay, and what's marketing concept. Okay, the marketing concept. Okay. This one shows the scientific method, from knowledge, prior knowledge, discovery, and idea generation, to research hypothesis, to hypothesis testing, and to conclusions. That's new knowledge. Okay, that's what the scientific method entails. Okay, the type of marketing mix research. You remember, make sure you know what is marketing mix. Okay, what's marketing mix? The four P's. Okay, the four P's. The product, right? In product, price, promotion, and place. In product research, you can use marketing research to do concept testing. Test a new concept, product concept, and you need to do research to test the product itself, right? Evaluate your brand names, come up with new brand name, okay? Test your packaging decisions, right? In pricing research, you test for different price levels. Distribution research, you test for different channel distributions. And in promotional research, you test for different advertising media, advertising copy, advertising message, advertising appeals used, etc. Okay? And then next, this following chapter, we talk about data, what's big data, information, and marketing intelligence. You need to make sure you know the difference. Okay, what is data? Okay, it's not just numbers. It could be artifacts, facts, recordings, right? What is big data? Lots of data, tons of data. What is data to big data to information? Right? When would data become information? Okay, if it is organized in a certain way in computer, oftentimes, that you can be sorted, organized, retrieved, okay? And then from information, higher level to market intelligence. What's market intelligence? That's something you derived from your market information that has certain predictive power. You can use that to predict, make some predictions, okay, to forecast and predict, and that becomes something that self uses. And there was a database, and there was data warehousing, and the cloud storage was cloud storage, which all these concepts. Okay. Then devices or tools, GPS. What does GPS stand for? Right? Scanner data. What's UPC? Universal Product Code. Okay. CTR, click-through rate. GPS, of course, global positioning system. Alexa, okay, using Alexa to track. SEO, search engine optimization. Okay, EDI, electronic data interchange, NFC, near field communications, okay, RFID, radio frequency identification. So I'm sure you know all these terminology, these acronyms and the meaning and the context they use under. Okay, URL, Universal Resource Locator, or the web address. Okay? Then decision-making situation, we talk about certainty, uncertainty, and ambiguity. Make sure you know the differences here. Okay. And we talk about three types of marketing research: exploratory, descriptive, and causal. Okay. For your project, I need you to do definitely the first two, and also when you try the third one, causal. Okay. Causal research to establish causality, causal inference. You need to identify cause and effect relationship, right? Very critical pieces of causality, the three pieces of causality: evidence, temporal sequence, concomitant variations, and non-spurious association. What are they? What do you mean by temporal sequence? What is concomitant variation? What do you mean by non-spurious association? You should understand those. Okay. Degree of causality, absolute causality, conditional causality, and contributory causality. You should understand those. Then we talk about experiments, experimental variables, manipulation, okay? The manipulation of those experimental conditions, manipulation check, okay? Stages in research process, from defining the objective, plan your design, plan your sample, collect your data, analyze your data, conclusions, and report writing. Okay. Exploratory research to help with discover and define the decisions themselves. And you can use previous research. You can use the pilot studies with pilot studies. You can use case studies and you can use experience surveys, etc. Right? Planning a sample. Okay. Sampling decisions. What is unobtrusive method? What's unobtrusive method? Okay. Editing and codes. Editing and coding. What's editing of the data and coding of your data? Right? And data analysis and conclusions. Okay? We talk more about this as we go. Then the following chapter we talk about the qualitative research, qualitative market research. What is qualitative market research? Basically, without depending on numerical measurements. Okay, and the focus is on discovering true inner meanings and new insights. Right? Remember, the qualitative research is researcher dependent, dependent on you, the researcher. Okay. As to the differences or distinctions or comparisons or contrasts between qualitative versus quantitative research, there'll be many questions on that. Okay. And qualitative data versus quantitative data. Okay. Qualitative research orientations. There are different major categories of qualitative research. What is phenomenology? What's ethnography? Okay. What's grounded theory? What's case studies? That's right. Phenomenology. Okay. Hermeneutics. Okay. Hermeneutics text. Ethnography. Okay. Ethnography. And grounded theories. Case studies. What are the cases? Case studies. Okay. And focus group interviews. Right. Why do we need a small group of people? Right. The use of moderator. Why is it between 6 to 10 people? Okay. Why can't we have fewer people than 6 or more than 10? Normally we don't. Okay. The role of moderator. Depth interviews. What's a depth interviews? What does laddering mean? Laddering. Okay. Also, conversation and semi-structured interviews. What's a conversation with a semi-structured interviews? Yeah. Observations and collages. Okay. And the use of secondary data in marketing research. Secondary data, yeah, secondary data, okay? And the data mining. What is data mining? What's neural network? Okay. What is a market basket analysis? Market basket analysis. Very important. It'll be in your test. Market basket analysis. How do you use data mining to discover customers? Right? Then we talk about respondents, right? And public opinion, individual sampling units, sample survey. That's in the last chapter. Yeah. Survey research advantages and disadvantages. And source of errors, so sampling error, systematic error, and population parameters, sample bias. Okay. What is respondent error? What are two major categories of respondent error? Right, non-response error bias, right? Response bias. Okay. The type of response bias, right? What is acquiescence bias? Acquiescence bias. That is when people tend to agree with you. Okay. What's extremity bias? People who want to go to extremes. Okay. In their answers. Interviewer bias. Your presence can reduce bias. Social desirability bias. Someone wants to be belonging to a social class other than his or her own. Okay? And then there's different interview types, mall intercepts, door-to-door interviews, callbacks, CATI. What does CATI stand for? Computer aided self-administered questionnaire, the most often used. Is probably what you're going to use. Well, actually, it is going to be what you're going to use. Okay, we'll show you what that is. Response rates. Okay, the number of questionnaires you need for your study, for your group project. For my face-to-face class, I require my student to have 200. But given the time limit of your class, we are an 8-week class. I'm going to lower the requirement to 100. Okay, 100, and we'll see what you can do. Do your best. Use your potential. I trust you. Okay. Increase response rate for mail surveys. What can you do to do that? I don't expect you to provide any incentives. That's okay. But I'm sure you'll get some. With the 7 of you in each group, 6, 7 of you in the group, you can get plenty. Yeah, each person get 10 or 20, you can get 100 or so. Okay, and that's response rate. And then some ethical issues in survey research. I need you to pay attention to that. You're dealing with the respondents and everything. Okay.